What's up? Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a general love reading for the sign of Sagittarius. This is for Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, or any other placement you want to check out. Feel free to go ahead and do that. I'm going to pick an oracle card and read it for you at the end. You get listen. I'll read that at the end. This is for Sagittarius. If it doesn't resonate with you, go ahead and feel free to watch any of my other Sagittarius videos. I do have a playlist. If this is not your story, don't force it to be. Take what's yours, leave the rest behind. It's a general reading, not a personal reading, so there's going to be a lot more information that probably doesn't all pertain to you. It might not. All right, Sagittarius. General love messages for Sagittarius. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. All right. My son is calling me. And I don't want to pause the video, but I might have to. So give me a second. I'm going to pause it. Sorry about that. Anyway, Sagittarius. All right. Well, you don't see coming. Probably you working on your finances a lot more than you probably thought. We'll see. That could be a person coming towards you as well. Somebody who's very financially stable, but we'll see. Right now, I feel like you're trying to hold back. I feel like you're trying to hold back from a certain person. Your recent past, I feel like you were with someone who you had a lot of feelings for, a lot of emotion, but I don't feel like they paid much attention to that. I feel like they were very stubborn, very much wanted to be in control, very controlling individual. Things got very heavy, very hard. But you did have your back turned to just how hard things were. I feel like this whole situation made you, for some of you, nervous. For others of you, a little scared. I feel like you kept it together as much as you could. But inside, it was like, you know, roller coaster of emotions. Here's my dog, trying to see if I'm like shuffling treats or something. No, I'm not. Currently, I feel like you're putting a lot of time into work or school. Some kind of focus on growing, learning. However, you're still looking at your past and you're thinking about, like, there's a very grieving type of, not grieving like a death, but more like this sadness, because you put a lot of time and effort and emotion into a certain situation that didn't really give you anything back. However, to me, this is like you seeing everything that you've lost, but not looking ahead and realizing that there's so much more to gain. I feel like you were with someone who could have breadcrumbed you, but you have that equal give and take mentality that you want for yourself in the future. The near future, I see you being single if you're not already single. I see you being in your head though. I do. I see you losing some sleep. I see you really being like a little depressed. Definitely in a place where, like I said, looking at what's lost, looking at everything in the past instead of what you have to gain in the future. And with the death card there, that means transformation is coming. Transformation. Don't get scared of that death card. It's not actual death, okay? Let's clarify the strength card. You're trying to hold back because you have a tendency that you'd like to dive in first. You like to just jump all in when someone gives you those, can't say at home vibes, but it's like you tend to just jump all in even though you might see toxicity, even though you might see that. You try to look for the positive more than anything, and you end up doing this a lot. You end up being the one that gives. You end up being the one that has all this enthusiasm for starting something new. Like, say for example, I argue with you and I somehow convince you to try again, and you know I was wrong. But I get you to try again and you're like, all right, then let's try. And you're like in it. And I feel like you've done that a lot. And you're trying not to do that right now. That's what I feel. Whoever this person is, they are somebody who you thought you can see yourself with long term. It could be a marriage, but I don't see it as a marriage. I see it like you could have seen it going there at some point. Look at me just dropping stuff. Anyways, you could have seen it going there at some point. Yeah, I feel like this connection got very heavy for you. You kept doing the same thing. You kept jumping in, trying to bring some happy times to the situation, and it just didn't work out that way. For some of you, it could have been a third-party situation, and if it wasn't, there were definitely other factors. I feel like this person put their friends before you. Very possible that this person liked to drink. Take it how it resonates. It either does or doesn't. But definitely, it got heavy for you. It's that energy of everyone else is always more important than me. And if I say something, it's going to cause an argument. This person that you dealt with is a little more on the materialistic side. They do like not just to have money. I mean, a lot of people like money. I don't know anyone who's going to say, oh, I don't like money. Or I don't like having my stuff, you know. But this person is all about the finances. Like, they probably got you to buy them things, and I feel like the only thing they really had to offer you was sexual gratification. I don't see it much being offered here on their side. And I feel like for them, hey, I sleep with you, so you should be able to provide me stuff. You know, I want to say that I don't know if you're dealing with a woman or it's just energy. But when people think that that's all you have to offer someone and they should be able to like provide for you because you give them that, be realistic. Be realistic. Anybody can give you that. That's just my opinion. Yeah, I feel like in the recent past you ended things in a certain situation. Possibly there was some moving. Maybe you guys lived together. Maybe you moved. I feel like there was some travel for you at some point in this. But you kept looking back. You kept looking back because it's something that you wanted. You wanted something to work here. You feel like you lost what you really wanted for yourself when you left this situation, when you ended it. Because I see an ending. I do. I see an ending. If you're not in this yet, if you're not in this part of the story, you're probably still there. An ending is coming. I'll say that for some of you. And it's going to be you being tired of this. This person is trying to come in right now for some of you, maybe later for others. And they're trying to reconcile. It's kind of coming in like, I want to work this out with you. I want us to work on this together. I want us to do this together. They haven't changed. They're still as stubborn as they were before. And they know it. They're just not saying anything. I feel like this person is very much into social media. And they watch your social media. Not to mention that they want that, like, they want that happy social media vibe. So I want to have a boyfriend because I want us to post cute pictures together on Facebook, or I'm showing my age, right? I want us to post cute pictures together on Instagram or whatever. And they care about that a lot. The image of things. They want things to look good versus be good. If that's how they were before, that's how they still are now. And they're very hard-headed, very stubborn, unwilling to compromise on things. They might be telling you that they're willing to compromise. They're going to show you that they're not. I see you being in your head about it, overthinking the heck out of this. Overthinking it. Overthinking a decision of walking away. Because you've already walked away. But you're wondering if you should walk away again. I see you really being in your head about it. Trying to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm just not sure if you're overthinking the walking away part or the actually giving it a chance part. I'm not sure about that right now. Yeah, I feel like this person has a tendency to breadcrumb you. Definitely. You're the one that always ends up putting all the work. And you're the one that always ends up like brokenhearted over this. For some of you, there has been some cheating here. There has been third parties involved. I feel like it's cheating. Take it how it resonates. If it's not cheating, if you're sure it's not cheating, it could be, you know, them having people in their ear talking about you. It could be that. But I see it more like, this person has stepped out a few times. And you're always the one working stuff out. And You're being called out right now by the universe to change something here. Making a decision and actually sticking with it. Because you already ended this once. This person trying to come back in, it's like the universe is asking you, you want to go through this again? I don't have that karma wheel, but I read intuitively. So that's what I'm getting. I'm getting the universe asking you, do you want to work on something that's going to cause you heartache again? Because you're being given breadcrumbs right now. I see you single in the near future if you're not already. I see you putting an end to this. I do. I see you putting an end to this, going with your intuition, and possibly even having friends help you out along the way. But I see you really going with your intuition and like being very knowledgeable about what it is that you know and what it is that you feel. And I see you ending it again. I didn't see you really getting back to it again, but I see you ending it again. You have a tendency to look back at things and see the happy times. And this person was very important to you, and you had a lot of love for them, a lot of memories. For some of you, you could have kids. For some of you, maybe you didn't have kids, or you planned on having kids, or you've known each other since you were kids. But a lot of memories here. A lot of good times, and you tend to look back and you tend to overthink that, like things were so good, and that's, I see you continuously do that. You look back thinking, this is what I wanted, things were so good. How's that helping you? How is it helping you to think of what they were? They're not like that anymore. And if it's not like that anymore, you got to accept what it is, because living in the past isn't going to do anything for your future. My son just got home. I hope my dog doesn't just go nuts. Try not to let her go crazy. For the Death card, I see you focusing on trying to make better of a situation. I see this person stalking you on social media. I gotta be honest, I see that again. I see them very concerned with their appearance and also very concerned with what you're doing. I feel like you're in a place where after this is over with, you're going to be looking good, feeling good. You're going to be feeling your best self, and they're going to be looking at you like you glowed up. Why? Oh, here I am doing this. That's your message. Let me read this to you. You get listen. Keywords: see, hear, sense, quiet, intuition, and knowing. Take a moment to quiet your mental chatter and listen. In relationships, it's important to pay attention to what the other person is really saying. Too often in conversations, you're already planning what you're going to say while the other person is still talking. You make assumptions about where the conversation is going and plan your part of the conversation accordingly, even working the conversation to a desired outcome. When this happens, you don't truly hear what the other person said, and in doing so, you weren't present for that person. Listening starts with becoming quiet, centered, and totally present. Listening involves many senses. Use your eyes to see the body language of the other person. Use your ears to hear not only the words spoken, but also the tone used to express them. Use your intuition to get a sense of what the person is really saying and feeling. Intuition often helps you hear what is not said as well as what is said. This is crucial to understanding the person or situation. Understanding is essential to improving the relationship or situation. Remember, once again, to center yourself and use all of your senses to understand what is actually being communicated. Listening is a gift. Give the gift to your partner, parents, children, friends, coworkers, pets, and anyone you meet. Most important, give this gift to yourself. Tune into your mind, body, and soul. Are you listening? What do you hear? Affirmation. I honor myself in being present and truly listening to messages I hear. Yeah, that's the High Priestess for you. You got that. That's your reading, Sagittarius. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.